What's going on, guys? It is Bernardo, and today is all about customizing your Windows 11 start menu using a group policy. So let's get right into it. All right, so today is all about customizing the start menu for Windows 11. The customization that I would like to do is configure the start menu with certain applications pin and also remove that recommended section that the start menu has. Okay, I'm going to be using two virtual machines. One is PC01 and then the other one is PC02. PC01, which is this one right here. And I'm showing you that I only have one Active Directory account logged in, which is my Active Directory account. I will be logging into bruce.wayne because I want to make sure that the group policy that I am creating is going to work. Now, before we start, I did make a boo-boo, and it was the naming of the group policy. Now, this group policy, I was testing everything out because I had to deploy it somewhere else, like, my 9 to 5 job. And it is for the computer section as well as the user section. For this video, I named it user, but we go over it. You could name it whatever you want. You can actually combine everything to one shot. Just make sure that you attach and link that GPO to the proper organizational unit. This is PC01. If I click on the start menu, you're going to see everything that's pinned as well as everything that's recommended. For this video, we want to remove that recommended as well as customize and rearrange everything that we want on the pin section. So that's what I did. I rearranged everything. I moved over the File Explorer, the Edge, settings, calculator, blah, 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 blah. If you have like Google Chrome, you're able to add it here. Just make sure that the machine that you're deploying this GPO has Chrome for the shortcut to show up here. Well, actually, it's not a shortcut. It's a pin app, but you understand. So we're going to close this up, and on the desktop, because this is my reference machine, and you could use any other machine, but for this machine, I already have the start menu the way that I like it. So we need to grab the start2.bin file. That particular file is where all the customizations that we just did with the start menu is held. We need to get a copy of that. So we are going to right click on the start menu. We're going to select run. We are going to enter the following: %local app data %. Just hit enter or just click OK, and it's going to take you here. Now, from here, we need to go into packages. Within packages, we're going to go all the way down and locate this one: Microsoft Windows Start Menu Experience Host with gibberish. Now, that gibberish is the same with any machine. So just locate that one. We're going to double click on that folder. We need to get into the local state folder, and there goes our start2.bin file. Make a copy of it because we need to drag it somewhere. You could drop it into like a network share that, your domain users have access to. I'm actually going to drop it into my net login folder. So on this desktop, I am going to right click on the start menu, and I'm going to select run. I'm going to type in //DC01, and I'm going to click OK. I'm going to double click on the net login, and within here, I am going to create a folder called start menu. Now, within this folder, this is where I drop that start2.bin file. Now, I'm going to head over to my PC02 because this is where we're going to create the group policy. So let's open up the group policy management console. And as always, I like to start within the group policy objects folder. I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to select new. Let's give it a name. Now, this is where I messed up because, again, the recommended portion of the start menu, that group policy lives within the computer configuration, and the start menu lives within the user configuration. So I messed up here. Change it on your side, but I'm correcting myself right now. So let's click OK and select that new GPO. I'm going to right click on it, and we are going to select edit. And within here, within the user configuration node, we're going to go into preferences. Within preferences, we're going to go into Windows setting. And within Windows settings, we are going to go into files. We're going to right click on files. We're going to select new, and we're going to select file. Now within here, we are going to change the action to replace. because you got to understand the start2.bin file lives already on that Windows 11. We're going to be replacing it with what we just configured and customized. Now, the source and the destination. I did a little cheat sheet for myself, and I opened up Notepad and I provided my source file, which is the first one, which is the domain where we dropped our customized start2.bin file. And our, destination is here. Okay. So copy all that stuff. I copied the source and I went over here. I dropped it in there and then I basically paste the destination there. Now we're going to click apply and let's head into the common tab and we're going to configure and enable apply once and do not reapply. The reason that I'm doing this is because most likely end users are going to customize and remove certain things within the start menu. If this GPO is constantly being pushed out, it's going to override and the end user is definitely going to open up a support ticket and go crazy about it. So we want to apply it once and it's like a default setting. And then afterwards, the end user is able to do whatever they want. So we are going to click apply here and we are going to click OK. Now, let's take care of the recommended portion. We need to remove that section. I don't like it at all. So within the computer configuration node, we are going to go into administrative templates. We're going to click on start menu and taskbar, and we're going to locate the following setting: remove recommended section from start menu. We're going to double click on it. We are going to enable it. We are going to apply it. We are going to OK it, and we are going to close our GPO. Now, like I said before, I made a boo-boo, and the boo-boo is, one, I named it wrong during my testing phase, and just got to make sure that this group policy is being pushed out to a computer organizational unit as well as a user organization unit. So I actually applied this GPO to my user. I selected my user OU, I right-clicked on it, and I select link an existing GPO, and I selected our new GPO. Clicked OK. And like I said before, this group policy does tackle the computer section. So I selected my workstation's organizational unit and I basically applied that, that GPO to this organizational unit. Head to another machine. I headed into my PC01 machine. I logged into Bruce.Wayne. Again, at the very beginning, I showed you within the system properties that Bruce.Wayne did not log into this machine. And I provided the password. I hit enter. I was RDP into this machine as myself, so I clicked yes. I headed over to PC02 because, again, I RDP into this machine to basically customize the start menu. I clicked on OK, and I headed to PC01. It started getting things ready. It started logging me in. Once you log into the machine, just click on start. And once you click on start, you're going to see the layout that we configured originally as Bruce Wayne. Again, never logged into this machine as Bruce Wayne, and also he doesn't have the recommended section anymore within the start menu. So that's awesome. And that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and I catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.